Now I'll talk about the point 15.5, creating a cascading style sheet. It is very easy to create a cascading style sheet in your text editor. The structure of a .css file extension has a few very simple rules. Style sheets do not have tags in them as they are not a markup language. Each style has a style name which is called a selector. The selector is followed by curly brackets. Curly brackets are like this. Inside these curly brackets go the property for the style followed by a colon and the property's value. For example, if you want to set the text in style h1 to be center aligned, it would appear like this. H1 align, open the curly brackets, text align, 2 points, center, and close the curly brackets. Notice that the American spelling of center. Each style can have a number of properties and values. If there is more than one property, then each property is followed by a semicolon. For example, if you want to set the text in style h1 to be center aligned 16 points high and bold, it would be like this. We change the curly brackets with point and comma, then we put here font size 2 points 16 pt, then we put point and comma, font weight 2 points bold, and we close the text. It should be like this. If a value within a style contains more than one word, it must be placed in speech marks. It can be like this: h2, open the curly brackets, put font family, 2 points, that you have to place in speech marks the word Times New Roman, comma, serif, and we close the curly brackets. Style sheets are saved with a .css format in a similar way to saving in HTML format from the text editor. Font families. Individual fonts can be specified, but these are not always available in all browsers, so there are a number of generic font families, including serif and sans-serif fonts, that can also be used. These include serif, sans-serif, cursive, fantasy, and monospace, which has proportional spacing. The generic font family must always be listed after other preferred fonts. The font family property must contain a hyphen. In the example above, the font family is set so that the browser will look at the list of fonts installed in the machine and will try to find Times New Roman first. It is in speech marks in the style sheets because there are spaces in the font name. If it cannot find it, it will find any generic serif font that is available. Now, to apply these new techniques, we have to select here. We have to search for the folder called task 15D that I will create now. Task 15D. Then we have to copy the web page that I saved in the task C. Here. Then I will rename to 15D, and I will open this file in my text editor and in the web page browser. And now I will edit the title of the web page so it becomes task D here. To attach the style sheet to the web page, you must edit the third line of the markup so that it becomes serif CSS. And now I will search for the serif CSS. Here, serif.css. Now I will close it. Now you are going to create the style sheet by opening a second copy of the text editor. Enter the following style definitions into it. Carefully verify your style sheet by checking the is original document with your typed copy. Now I will make a copy. this should be like this, and you have to save the file using the file name serif point css, then save, and then search serif. It is here. Put the css into the folder of task 15D and refresh your browser. So you can see, and to see you have to click here or search and verify if it's all it's okay, and then click save. Save and put the name serif point, and now you can see the effects that is made. Now grouping the style sheet definition. Now I will save it here, and now you can notice the effects that is made. Now this technique could save you time, which can be invaluable in a practical examination. Grouping style definitions. As all the styles have the same values for the font family property, you can group all of the style sheets together and change the value only once. This style sheet can be specified to this angle line. Edit it and save it so that it replaces the old version. H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, P, curly bracket, open font, and point set equals equal brackets. Now you click here and you can see the changes that this made. Better. Now edit this style sheet so that it sets the font family to sans serif. Save the file using the file name sans-serif.css. You have to go here, go and put sans serif. Now change the markup in the HTML to link to this file and save this web page. And now I will save it. Save as. Sans serif. CSS. I will change the directory of the web page. Point C. Save it and click again. No. Font size can be specified by setting absolute values, by setting values relative to each other, or a mixture of both. Absolute values can be used to set the number of points or pixels or the number of pixel height for each character. No. Although this works, it would be easier to edit if all of the settings of each style definition are together. Can be together like this.